Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, the second of 4 between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago. John Lester gets the starting nod. Jason Hayward comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Jason Hayward.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Eric, you look at your former employers, the Dodgers, as they enter play here tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
A little bouncer. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. What's the key for a home victory, Steve?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Anthony Rizzo will step forward now. Currently 3rd in the National League batting race to begin play. And the runner will get back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Ryu comes set. First pitch on its way. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball, 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Tried to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Chris Bryant will stand in now. He drove in 2 of their 3 runs in that ball game yesterday.
Well, his last game was a breath of fresh air because he's been stinking it up lately. Under 200 over his last 10 games.
Hey, you got nobody.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And he makes the throw to first. Bryant is retired, and there's 1 away. And with that, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Corey Seager may not have your prototypical shortstop body, but he's proved he can handle the position. Standing at 6'4", a lot of people have felt like he might be too big, but he's proven everybody wrong and done a great job up to this point.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. His average right at 295 here to start play. 2 home runs, 18 driven in. Fly ball out toward right field. Puig giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail it here 2-0. Hyun Jin Ryu set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Lester has his target. Here's the 0-1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center. A base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Boy, and just when you think you're all set up with the pitcher leading off an inning, this happens. Just goes to show you, you take anyone for granted up there, they can come back and hurt you.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
The right fielder, number 66.
Yasiel Puig in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
1 ball.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Swing and a liner. Foul.
Oh.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him, as the Dodgers have increased their lead, now 4-0.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now is absolutely livid. He knows that he threw way too hittable of a pitch in the situation when he's ahead in the count like that. He should be mad at himself.
Leading off the inning, Addison Russell, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. This is in the air out to right field. On the move is Puig. 1 down.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Kyle Schwarber steps in now, just hoping for something to go his way. And as you can see, that has not been the case in recent days. In there at the knees, strike 1. Ground ball right side. Reined in. The second for 1. On to first. And for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play. And with this one, the side is retired. Jason Hayward is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Hard hit ball to second. And he's retired here, 1 away.
And, you know, pitching's a lot more than just velocity. This guy, he's living proof. If you hit your spots, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile-an-hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Dexter Fowler is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Ripped on the ground to first. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
First baseman number 40.
Anthony Rizzo will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Settling in now, Chris Bryant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Lined hard toward right center. In there, a base hit.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Hit the other way out toward right field. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And the runner scores from second as they chip into the deficit here. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, he's going to do all he can to try and pull this ball in, but you're going to see it's just a little bit out of his reach. And once it's over his head, that's going to allow 2 runs to come in and score.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. 3-0 now.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
And no doubt about this one, it's in there. 3-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And Gonzalez will take it over himself, and that'll do it. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors in a run. Hyun Jin Ryu heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in and see if they can't get you some more.
And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Lester into his motion. 2-2 on its way. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th. Leading off the inning, Addison Russell, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
That evens it up, 1-1. In there, 1-2 now. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Russell is retired, and there's one away.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher,
Kyle Schwarber will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Solo shot to right center. 8th home run on the season for him as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now. Jason Hayward stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. 3 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Drilled to first. Gonzalez has got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But not before. Dexter Fowler gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. A solo home run there for Dexter Fowler, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece. Anthony Rizzo is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, we're talking about a different story.
And this is strike 3 called, says Clyde Washington. Might have looked a bit low, but that's out number 1.
Ryan.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Ryu steps into his windup. 0-1 on its way. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Hot shot on the ground is short. He's got it. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Up next for the Cubs, right
Jorge Soler Steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Ben Zobrist will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. And, guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Jason Hayward.